cross-border represents a big part of the M&A activity in Italy and abroad. Which kind of investors are we going to see going forward in Italy for 2014?
Well, I think this seems to be a cyclical matter. As long as there is a perception of domestic instability, political instability, and I would say sovereign risk in Italy, I think the most likely buyers would come from Europe, unless there is a very strategic asset which maybe compels buyers from countries like Japan or the Emirates or Russia for Italian assets, or even the United States. But it must be a very strategic asset which the quality of which should be able to overcome all the internal issues that maybe scare a trade buyer from a country which is distant.
We've talked about interest for assets which are in the consumer sector, which attract, of course, companies from France, Germany, and so on. What about the other sector? If an Italian company doesn't have turnover generated abroad, is the Italian company attractive at all?
Well, that's more rarely the case, I agree. If turnover is mainly domestic, then it will be much less attractive to a foreign trade buyer unless the company has a very strong and perceivable brand and a distribution in the country which is quite widespread. There is another sector which could be interesting, and those are services like technology or business process outsourcing, which are growing services in Italy. In that case, with a good client platform, then even though the sales are mainly domestic, there could be an interest from a trade buyer.
And are we going to see Italian companies making acquisition abroad, or you think they're going to concentrate more in Italy?
Well, that's mainly a matter of management. If the management has the culture of acquisitions, and some of the Italian companies have that kind of management, then it is absolutely likely that they could do acquisitions abroad. But I think this reflects generally the approach of the Italian companies, which are less inclined to acquisitions compared to some peers in Europe or outside Europe. We tend to grow by internal line and less by acquisitions.
Thank you very much.